If the team is ready, we can start. North Kyoga region has generally woken up well, calm, with no serious incidents. No isolated cases that have been reported to our different police stations that I'm going to share with you. First and foremost, I want to share with you about the continued cases of murders that is happening in North Kyoga region. That for the last 1 week, we have registered 6 different murder cases, mainly murder by mob and murder by assault. And basically it's out of domestic misunderstanding, and those ones who have been alleged to have stolen items like goats, chicken, motorcycles, and others. This gives us with 9 death cases. A case in Point in Oyam, on the 27th, we registered a case of murder by mob, or people who have alleged to have been caught red-handed stealing a goat, and they had already slaughtered it. They were lynched, and the 3 dead bodies were recovered with the meat that have already been cut into pieces. A similar case happened in Apache, where two people also stole a goat, and the goat was recovered with them. As if that is not enough, in Dokolo, on the 28th of May, 2 people also stole a motorcycle. The motorcycle was recovered with them. They were beaten. On the 30th of last month, there was murder by assault in Uyam due to domestic misunderstanding. A man found another man red-handed sleeping with his wife, and they beat up that person. As if that is not enough, also in Otuke, on the 24th, a similar incident of a man finding another man sleeping with his wife, also beat up this man and killed him. So you can see the level at which we are registering some of these cases. We also got case of suicide by hanging in Uyam on the 29th, where someone also hanged herself. This is a young child. And this brings us a lot of thinking, why this kind of trend of incidences. As police, we are doing our best, first of all, making sure that the law takes its course against some of these perpetrators. But that is not enough. We feel we should do more on community sensitization, which we are doing. As if that is not enough, we equally appeal to different stakeholders, like the religious leaders, the cultural leadership, the local leaders, the civil society organization, and above all, the media fraternity, so that we join hands collectively and fight this vice. If we leave it to police alone, it's not going to be very easy. But it's something that we can handle if all of us take responsibilities in fighting this. From the perspective of theft, these people who steal comes from different clans, come from different homes. What are the parents, what are the clan leaders of this particular clan where the suspects are coming from? What are they doing to see that we eradicate or reduce some of these cases? So that's why we're saying it's a collective responsibilities. In a nutshell, murder cases in North Kyoga region is like a fashion, because when someone shouts that a thief from nowhere, everybody range on this fashion and kill. So it's like a fashion. Do we want a medal for killing? I don't think that's the case. But we shouldn't also forget that Uganda is a country that respects the rule of law, and we should really avoid taking laws into our hands. Our constitution is very clear. Article 22 talks about protection of right to life. Article 24 talks about respect of inhumane treatment. Article 212 talks about the roles and responsibilities of the police. Article 17 talks about the roles and responsibilities of a citizen of this country. We all have roles to play. Section 15 of the Criminal Procedure Code Act mandates a civilian who have all the knowledge that a person has committed an offense or is about to commit. The section empowers him or her to arrest such a person, and under section 16 allows him or her to hand over to the responsible authorities. And in this regard is the security of the police who do investigation. So as long as we have understood and realized our roles and responsibilities, we'll be able to curb this vice. 2. We registered the case of suicide by drowning in Apache. Our territorial police in Apache district have registered a case of alleged suicide by drowning where one Okelo Isma fell in Lake Kyoga with his 2-year-old daughter. This occurred on the 30th May 2025 at Okema Town Council landing site. It was alleged that on the 30th May 2025 at around 700 hours at Tetugu B cell, Okelo Isma, 28 years old, and his daughter Akulu Elizabeth Miriam, who is 2 years old, in the company of Ulol Desmond, age 24, all a resident of Tetugu B cell. Okelo approached Ulol Desmond to go with him in the lake. Indeed, they went on a motor engine boat, but on reaching the point that has a deep water point, Okelo allegedly removed the life jacket and carried the daughter Akulu on the chest and jumped off the boat in Lake Kyoga, leaving Ulol Desmond in the boat. Unfortunately, Ulol didn't know how to operate the motor engine until some fishermen rescued him and drove the engine boat up to the land side. This is a very unfortunate incident. The police in Apache were informed. A case of suicide by drowning was registered at Okema Town Council, and a team of police officers proceeded to the scene, recorded some statements from Ulol and others. Bodies not yet retrieved from the lake, but efforts to recover the bodies is still ongoing. It's not yet clear why Mr. Okelo behaved like that. This is where we call for support from our different cultural leadership. We need to find out the challenges our people in our homes, in our areas, in our clan, the challenges that they're experiencing. 3, I want to share with you an update of the incident of Ngai. Following an incident that happened at Techik village in Ngai sub-county on the 18th May 2025, where we lost PC and Naturinda John Bosco and a civilian Ojok Nelson Omoding. So far, investigation has gone deeply, with 28 suspects arrested in connection to the incident. Their arrests have been made in different locations. Some of them we arrested them from Lira city here, others from Kamdini, others from Uyam Town Council, majority from Ngai Trading Center. And the latest arrests is we had 2 suspects who were arrested from a Lego border point while attempting to cross to southern Sudan. All of them have been brought to C.P.S. in Uyam, and also the magazine, which had gone missing, has finally been recovered, and this was recovered on the 28th of May 2025 from Lela Upuk village in Ngai sub-county, Bandol. It was identified by the wife of one Oruba Tabo, who was also a suspect in that case. Statement was recorded from the LC1 and the wife to Oruba, who recovered this magazine. The recovery of this magazine with the live ammunition follows a strong message delivered by the director of C.P.S, AIGP Bamnaba Ubaldo, and the Deputy Director of Operations, Commissioner of Police Okosi Simon Peter, after they held a community meeting at Ngai, a town council, on the 27th of May 2025 in the presence of all the district leadership and the local leadership in the area. The director emphasized so much how that magazine with 27 rounds of ammunition can be used against the locals if they don't disclose whereabout it is. First of all, they knew who the person that removed the magazine. Everybody knew that it was someone called Ogwalboni. Having been identified, we want therefore to thank the community members for understanding the need for collaboration with security in fighting crimes by telling the person who had gone with the magazine to return, and indeed the person did. We encourage the members of the public to embrace community policing programs and continue supporting police and security in fighting crime. Fatal accident. Unidentified pedestrian was knocked on the 31st May 2025 and died later on the 1st of June 2025 from Dokolo Health Center 4. It was alleged that on the 31st May 2025, one Okelo Boni, age 28 years old, was riding a motorcycle registration number UGB 650V Bajaj Boxer, red in color, from the market heading towards the main road on a terrible speed, and ended up knocking a 62-year-old whom, after he was taken to the hospital, only identified as Isaac. Both of them were quickly rushed to Dokolo Health Center 4 for treatment, where the pedestrian, only identified as Isaac, was pronounced dead on the 1st of June 2025 at 7:30 hours. Body was taken to the mortuary where a postmortem was conducted. The motorcycle has been parked at Dokolo police station yard pending IOV inspection. Preliminary findings indicates cause of the accident as reckless riding and over speeding. Finally, we have had some few transfers, not few but many, but basically on CIDs. One, Detective Senior Superintendent of Police Bate Daniel has been transferred from CID headquarters to North Kyoga as Regional CID Officer, replacing Detective Senior Superintendent of Police Wetaya Frederick, who has been transferred to Savannah Region as the Regional CID. Also, we have received Detective Superintendent of Police Mugisa Daniel Kata from Coast to North Kyoga as Deputy Regional CID. We also have Detective Superintendent of Police Mugume Dan from Coast to North Kyoga as Regional Staff. Also, Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Ogwang Julius Peter from Coast to North Kyoga as Regional Staff. As if that is not enough, we have received Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Among Gloria from Coast to North Kyoga as Regional Staff. Also, Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Aping Lilian from Coast to North Kyoga as Regional Staff. At the district, we have received Detective Superintendent of Police Bitwababo Dennis from Coast to Lira District as District CID Officer. At C.P.S here, we have received Detective Superintendent of Police Magezi Othman from Coast to Lira City C.P.S as Divisional CAD officer. Aleptom, we have received Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police to reimburse to Enoch from course to Aleptom as District CAD officer. In Amolata, we received Detective ASP Olaki Samuel from course to Amolata as District CAD officers. In Apache, we received Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Ayebazibwe Jof from course to Apache as District CAD officer. In Dokolo, we have received Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Odochma Origi from course to Dokolo as District CAD officer. In Kole, we have Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Ibong Dickens Louis from course to Kole as District CAD officer. In Kwania, Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Akware Esther, Assistant Superintendent of Police Alitia Amos from course to Lira City East at Division as Divisional CAD officer. In City West, we have received Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Nancy Kobi from course to Lira City West at Division as Divisional CAD officer. Otupe, we have received Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Atuhaire Oscar from course to Otupe as District CAD officer. In Uyam, Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Ayo Lucy from course to Uyam as District CAD officer. And finally, we have received Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police Muchiza Innocent from course to Kamdini as officer in charge as CAD office. We are all aware that recently CADs were for 1 month intense as skills enhancement course at the Police Skills Enhancement Center in Chikandua. This training program was designed to sharpen the investigative and operational capabilities of our officers while equipping them with the latest techniques and best practices in criminal investigation. We now expect the newly posted officers to ensure that the newly acquired skills are effectively integrated into their day-to-day duties across forces' ability to combat crime efficiently and uphold the rule of law. To us as colleagues, we call upon support from the colleagues officers and the general members of the public to ensure that we combat crime collectively, for we all have a role. Us should avoid tempting our officers with bribes that undermines investigation. This is a very strong warning. And this similar warning was said in Uyam when the director of Chief Political Commissariat was there. We have realized that sometimes it's the community members that tempt our officers with bribes. This definitely undermines the process of investigation. If only we can run away, we allow the standard sets to move on, we wouldn't be having these cases of corruption, bribes and other things. I thank you for listening, and if there is anything that you've not picked, kindly ask for purposes of clarity. Otherwise, thank you for our friends, our colleagues who are watching us live on YouTube, QFM, that QFM is committed to stream live our press briefing every Mondays as it occurs. Thank you very much. Any question?
The issue of how old is the man?
28 years old.
And was
Ulul was rescued.
Yes, was he the one driving?
No, it was the deceased who was operating the boat. Ulul don't know how to operate. That is why he was stranded in the boat. Only the other fishermen who came and rescued him. He didn't know anything about the operation of the motor engine boat. Yes, please. It's a 2-year-old child.
What's your name?
We can't tell because their bodies have not yet been retrieved. But looking from the perspective where he jumped in water with the child, we don't believe that they are alive. Unless he has his magic, maybe has gone underwater, we don't know. We can't tell.
I don't know whether you can share with us the name of the 2 suspects who were arrested at the border of Lira.
I will share with you in the subsequent meeting. Fortunately, today their files are going to stay. We expect the state to peruse through their files and later offer guidance in regards to that. Their names, I should be able to give you all the 28 names, but one of I'll share with you all their names. The one of Lego, one of them comes from Nged village in a Boxer County. One of the suspects. So I'll get for you all the 28 names and share with you. Thank you. Thank you KFM for always supporting our police in North Kyoga by live streaming our press briefing, which is watched in both locally and internationally. Because I do get calls from friends outside, they watch this live. So thank you, continue watching us, as also we continue bringing you incidences and action that police have taken and way forward that we expect from both you members of the public and us as police. Together we can fight crime. We leave it for police alone, it's not very easy. So let's join on and do it collectively. Thank you, wish you a good week.